Welcome to Against All Odds podcast. I'm your host, Yris Palmer. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've had so many incredible guests, and I love hearing their stories. On today's episode, we have the coolest girl, my favorite person, my mini-me, the light of my life, Ayla Palmer. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course. I'm so excited to get started with the question.
Are you? Okay, so I like to start off each episode with zodiac signs. And you know we love zodiac signs. So do you want to tell the people what your zodiac sign is?
I'm an Aries queen.
Aries queen, yes. So Ayla is a fire sign, and she's literally fire. She is a leader. She was born, like natural born leader. She knows what she wants. She plays no games. She's also funny, charming. Like she's such a light. And I think you're a true Aries. What do you think?
I think I'm a true Aries too.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into, I don't think I've told you a little bit of life before you, but like life while I was pregnant, what I was doing, what my life looked like. So let's get into that, okay?
Okay.
So I always wanted a girl first. Like I remember I was like, if I have a boy, I'm going to cry. Like what am I going to do with a boy? And I just really wanted my like little twin. And I think
you got that right here.
No, literally. I manifested you. You are, I think I've told you this before, but I think you're literally my soulmate. We are so connected. And while I was pregnant with you, I was like in hustle mode. I was on the grind. I was in the midst of like building Star Lash. And do you remember Star Lash?
Yes, I remember they used to have like a little pony and they used to have a swing there.
Uh-huh. I made it like kid friendly.
Yeah.
But I was lashing like 8-9 people a day, every single day. I was like grinding while I was pregnant with you. I did not stop. I remember I was giving birth to you and I had my VIP clients texting me like, hey, I need a house call. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just gave birth. But one thing I think I've never told you, like you were my motivation to hire workers because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to start like, my life is going to be so busy with this little girl. How am I going to be able to do everybody? And so I got a bigger space because of you. And I was so scared to sign like a 5-year lease and make that commitment. But I was like, I have to grow my company right now for my baby. And I have to hire employees so like they can do other clients and I can have some time with my daughter. And so you were an inspiration from the start, like for me to think bigger, to do bigger, and you continue to be my inspiration.
Thank you so much.
When I found out I was pregnant, I planned you. You were a planned baby. I went with the Chinese calendar. I'm such a big believer in the Chinese calendar, and I was like, I need a girl. So you were a planned baby, and I just knew you were going to be a girl because I went with my Chinese calendar, and I'm a big believer in that. And I was so excited when we did the gender reveal.
Oh, I think I know what it was.
Yeah, you saw the video on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
Coco, I think.
It was a ball.
It
like
was
a
ball and you have to hit it, right?
Mm-hmm. And it was pink.
I see people do like all the time and I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. And I cried. I was so happy. I was so happy I was having a girl.
Your makeup was so good during that time.
My makeup? Really?
Yeah.
Thank you. I was slaying the makeup. I want to talk a little bit about what our relationship is like.
Oh.
What do you think our relationship is like?
We're like this, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
We're soulmates.
We are soulmates. We're like besties.
Besties.
And what's your favorite thing about me being your mom?
Okay, my favorite thing about you being my mom is that you always get me right on fashion. And if wherever we go around the world, you always make sure we stay at the nicest places.
Mm-hmm.
And, if I need anything, I can just go to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are really big on traveling. I'm a Taurus, so like comfort is number one. We have to stay somewhere super nice, and we have the best trips.
We do.
And the best fashion.
fashion.
Yeah. And so we travel a lot. But, when I was younger, I never traveled.
Yeah.
Because, I was raised completely different.
Yeah, completely different.
Yeah. And you know why, right? Why was my life so different than how your life is?
Well, you did live in like a completely different house, and our lives were really different. You didn't have as much nice things as I do right now, and I'm so grateful and blessed that I have all of this nice stuff.
Because my parents didn't have money.
Yeah.
We grew up in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a house. My dream was to have a house. But it was an apartment, and it was like 8 of us living in a 2-bedroom apartment. And remember one time,
how many siblings you had?
Well, I only had 2, but then we had my uncle, and we had uncle's kids living with us. So it was like a lot of us there. We had 3 beds in 1 room. Yeah.
How does that fit?
And then remember I told you I had like cockroaches.
Cockroaches.
Yeah. And
I would have been scared if I found cockroaches in my room.
Yeah. I'm scared now, babe, of the cockroaches. But at the time, those were like my friends, okay? But also, remember one time you asked me like, Mom, you don't know how to swim? And then what did I say?
Oh, yeah. I remember we were trying to teach Prince how to swim, and you couldn't swim. You had to wear a life
jacket. And what did I say?
You said, because when I grew up, we didn't have a pool, and I didn't learn how to swim when I was younger.
Yeah, I'd never had a pool.
I still remember.
I didn't get no swimming lessons. And
I still remember my swimming lessons with my own teacher.
Yeah, you've had swimming lessons since you were 1. Me and you live completely different lives.
I started when I was 2.
Oh, yeah, maybe 2. But yeah, I think it's really important for you to be aware of how your mommy grew up and our roots, right? And when we go to El Salvador, that's a very eye-opening experience for you, right?
Yeah. And how different it is to where we live right now.
Yeah, and how...
and that's why we always give gifts to little kids at that little place we go to every year.
It's called Glasswing Organization. We work with an organization out in El Salvador where we give back to kids that don't have as much. And we're actually going soon to El Salvador. We're so excited. So I think like one thing that me and you have in common is that
we both like nice things.
We both like nice things. And it's literally in our blood. The difference is I couldn't ask my parents for the stuff that I wanted. You will be like, Mom, I need this Rode. What did you just ask me for?
Phone case.
The phone case, or Mom, I need this Skims outfit, or and I get it for you.
Hat.
Yeah, or I need the Lululemon headbands, right? And I, from a young age, wanted all the nice things. I wanted the Louis Vuitton bags. I wanted the Chanel bags, but I couldn't afford it. And that was one of the things that I think was like an inspiration to me. And I know it's like material things that somebody might be like, oh, that's so materialistic, but it was a goal for me. I'm like, I'm going to make enough money to be able to afford these things. And you have that hustler mentality. Like you told me the other day, Mom, should I go sell the rubber band bracelets that you made?
Yeah.
You're like, should I go sell these at school? And that was me. I was selling hot Cheetos at school.
Yeah.
And I think like...
because I always make them and I always give them to you.
Yeah. And I think that's something that just runs in our blood. And you live such a privileged life that it surprises me of like how much of a hustler you are, because you're growing up totally opposite than I was. For me, it was like, I don't have that. I need that. You have everything. But for me, I think for you, it's like you want to maintain the life that I've introduced you to, right? Like we just got a massage. We get massages every week. But like, what did I make you do on your last massage?
My last massage, you made me go up to my room and get money and give it to the lady because I had a massage too.
Yeah, but I wanted you to know how much things cost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a luxury. Like not everybody gets massages all the time. Yeah, so I want you to be aware of the life that you're living. And what I always tell you, like that costs money, right?
Things cost money. Nothing in this world is for free.
Exactly. And you have to
work hard.
Very hard, right?
Yeah.
And you always have to have your own, as a woman, What do I always tell you about that?
You always have to have your own money at least, because if you're not happy with your relationship or you're just not happy about anything, you have your own money and you can just go live your own life.
Period.
Clock
it. Period. Okay, so wow, you pay attention to everything I tell you. Wow. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Okay. I want to be an actor. I want to be a dancer. I want to be an artist. I want to be so many things when I grow up. And right now, I'm focused on my career like crazy.
Yeah, you are. You're focused on your career. Like, you have been working since you were very small. You booked a national Claire's campaign like 2 years ago. And what was that like?
It was a really cool experience, modeling for Claire's. I was like, when I heard about it, I was like, oh, Claire's? Because I used to love Claire's. That's where I get all my ears pierced at. So I was really like excited when I heard about it, and I got some good connections with the other people that were modeling for Claire's. I made some friends with them.
And you were the youngest one on set?
Yeah. And all of the other like people were so nice to me there. The girls were really nice. I remember we did like a photo where like you put your head and I was at the very top and I was like, ah.
Yeah. And then what was it like seeing your face like on all the Claire's?
I remember I used to go to Claire's just to see my face. I used to be like, oh, it's me.
Yeah.
And then like my friends would be like at school, oh, I saw you on the Claire's poster. And then also people from like London, my grandma used to send me photos of myself on the Claire's wall. And people enjoyed my face so much on the Claire's wall that they kept it an extra month on the wall.
Oh yeah, you remember that? They paid for more to have you.
Yeah.
I remember I was in Spain on a trip with Troy and we were walking by in Mallorca and we looked and we're like, oh my God, Ayla's at the Claire's there. It was so cool. And you've been making checks since you were younger.
Little.
And I always try to drill in you financial literacy because I wasn't taught about taxes.
Taxes.
Yeah, or anything. Exactly. And you're very aware of when you get a check, do you keep all the money?
No.
So
absolutely
where does
not.
it go?
Okay, 10% goes to your agent, 5% goes to your manager, which is my mom. She's in her momager era.
I'm a momager.
And then half of it goes to the government, and then the rest is yours.
And why does it go to the government?
Because it's illegal not to pay the government.
You gotta pay your taxes. Yeah, it's part of America, babe.
And if you don't pay the government, you go to jail.
Yeah.
And the rest is for you to keep. And I save my money so that I can make sure I have a beautiful house to make sure my kids live a wealthy life.
Ayla is a really good saver, which is why I make her now like go upstairs, get your birthday money. Like
anytime I get like birthday money, I'd be like, oh, I'm not gonna use this yet.
Yeah, she's a saver. Like she will say. So I'm like,
still have some birthday money from last year.
Yeah. You're a really good saver.
Thank you.
You're smart actually. You're really, really smart.
I'm smart at a lot of things. I'm smart at math too.
Yeah. You are. You live a pretty fun life. You're also a busy girl.
I have something after school almost every day.
Yeah, so take us through a day in your life. What's a day in Ayla's life?
Okay. A day in my life is probably when I wake up, I gotta do all my morning routines. So I would probably wake up. Sometimes I just lay my outfits out before I wake up. Brush my teeth, get ready, do all that stuff. And then I would make sure I have everything in my backpack, everything set. I fill up my water bottle. I would pack my own snacks and lunch. And I would eat breakfast. And I go to school, have an amazing day, like I always do.
She loves her school.
It's for me, it's just like I've made so many like friends there. Like if I had a choice to move to another school, I would say absolutely not. on how many friends I've gained at that school. And then when I don't go straight to home. I have like dance, soccer. I used to have my hip hop solos on Fridays. And soccer and dance are like the busiest stuff for me.
And you have piano and singing.
And I have piano. Piano and singing are together. I do piano and then at the end I do the singing.
And lately you've had a lot of auditions.
Yes. A lot of auditions, guys. Like, it's over the top.
So hopefully you book something this
Yes,
year, right? You're working really
crossed.
hard.
I remember when you got an audition, I prayed that night, and you actually got it.
You did pray. Yeah, Ayla is very spiritual, you guys. One thing that I think she made me so much softer because she is naturally very empathetic, like towards all living things. Animals, like she is so kind, like it's just in her.
One time I saw like a lizard and I didn't even bother it.
Yeah, like she would like look at the little lizard. Like she just is very like sweet with all living things.
I remember at like our very old house, I used to like be friends with the lizards.
Yeah, can we keep the lizard? And I'd be like, Ayla.
I'd be like, can we please, pretty please keep it?
Yeah. So she's very spiritual. She's been like that since she was a child. She does her daily prayers.
I'm still a child.
Yeah, you are a child. I'm saying since you were like very little. And yeah, it's just in her. She's very you're very spiritual. I love that about you, and thank you for praying for me. That's the sweetest thing you could do for me.
Of course, I always want you to be happy.
Thanks, babe.
By
Let's
the way,
talk
I
a little
love
bit.
this look.
Oh my God,
The
thank you,
makeup
girl.
is like slay.
Thank you. Let's go back on like your career because you're on your career like crazy.
I'm focused on it like crazy.
Okay, so it sounds like you want to be a performer because you want to be like an actor, a singer, like multiple things.
I just went to my dance competition.
Yes.
And I performed a solo, and I was really, I do want to be a performer when I grow up. I want to be an artist. I want to like be an artist that sings but also dance while they're
What do you
singing.
enjoy about performing the most?
Okay, I enjoy that like, how do I explain this? Okay, probably like my dream is to like be big on performing, have good technique in my legs, and like have pointed toes if I want to do like a jazz routine.
Do you want to do like concerts?
Yeah.
You want people to come see you?
I want to have like backup dancers. Like I want to have like songs that are like sassy but also are like cutesy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to be a performer that's like at it.
And when you're performing, do you get nervous? Are you excited? Do you like to see the people? Like what are you feeling when you're performing?
When it was my first time, I was getting a little nervous, but then after my first one, which was the group, I was like, oh, I'm good now. But then when I went to my solo one, I was like, whew, come on, Ayla, I got this. But I was excited too because my friends were being really sweet. They like
we're cheering you on.
3 of my friends stayed an extra hour to watch me perform. And I was like so happy. I was like, oh my God, thank you.
You're very confident on stage. I will say that. You like put it on. Your facials, like you.
And I did win a trophy in my solo.
And you won a trophy, but you really shine. And
Shine bright like a diamond.
I wish I had your confidence level because I feel like I'm confident now as I'm older, but I feel like when I was younger, your age, I wasn't that confident. I feel like I didn't really know where I belonged because I told you my first language was Spanish. I learned English in school. Español, sí. And I think...
Didn't you also learn French?
Well, no, I took a year in high school of French, but like, je m'appelle Didi, comment te peux-tu? You took French too.
Comment te peux-tu?
But yeah, I think you are very confident from birth. You're a very confident kid, and that's why it shines. I became more confident, more assertive the older I got and the more secure I became with myself. But I think that's a little like we're different in that. Like you just have it. Like I know. Yes, you are literally, you're such an Aries. I know that you're going to do really big things. And if you're watching this, you're gonna refer to it. They're gonna clip you. You know when they like clip when you're like this big star and they go back and they're gonna be like, you always knew who you were from the start. Now, Ayla, we love to close the podcast with dropping gems. So is there any gems that you want to drop for any 8-year-olds, or you're about to be 9, or just any girls listening that are your age?
Yes, I would actually. Probably to always follow your dreams, be a good person, and work hard.
Those are the most perfect
And I'm
gems.
so grateful. I know how blessed I am to have a mom like you, and I'm like you're the best mom I can have in the whole world.
You're gonna make me cry. Wow. Oh, Ayla, that's so sweet, baby. You're the best daughter I could ever have. I want to say a quick story before we wrap up.
Okay.
Of how when I was pregnant with your brother, how much of my partner you were, because Troy was playing basketball.
I remember one time I drew the family on your stomach with a
she used
marker.
to draw on my stomach. She used to talk to her brother in my stomach. But also, remember at the beginning when I was throwing up and stuff, you would be, what would you be doing?
Like pulling your hair back,
rubbing my back, getting me ginger ales.
Yeah.
Like
And then when Prince was born, you had to stay with him in the bed, so I had to make the formula. I had to make his bottle, and I asked.
So I had an emergency C-section, and Troy was playing for Milan and was playing basketball for Milan. So my whole pregnancy, Ayla was literally my partner. She's like an old soul. Like she truly takes care of me whenever I need someone to take care of me. And I love you for that. And thank you so much for being the best daughter ever. It was so nice to have my baby girl on this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know a little bit more about me, our life, my daughter. And this was really special because my kids are obviously the most special thing in my life. So sharing this little bit of insight of Ayla's life was truly a special episode. So thank you so much for tuning in to Against All Odds podcast, and we will see you guys next time. Against All Odds is a Hyphenate Media Group production in partnership with iHeart's My Cultura Podcast Network. For more of your favorite shows, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.